Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy Bronx Reef coming at you today with a video about a pro tip that I learned early on in my reefing career. So when I do maintenance on my tank, I like to attack one thing at a time, right? So I might take an entire weekend and do one thing one day, such as a sand bed. I may take a few hours off and do the glass. It depends. I don't try to do too much all at one time because you never know what can happen, and one thing will lead to another, especially if you're disturbing the sand bed. One of the things that reefers eventually find out once they have a stable tank is that the sand bed begins to look like this a bit. So you're going to wind up having a lot of dead snails, a lot of calcium buildup from if you dose calcium. One of the best ways to clean this up would be to obviously just put your hand in the tank and grab, the rocks and, things that are laying on top of the sand bed and just manually take them out. But the best way to remove these things in bulk is by using one of these. A regular fish net. You can actually siphon the sand and take some of the larger particles, larger dead snail shells and things like that out of the tank, and saving your sand bed. One of the reasons why I like this the most is that I'm not getting rid of the sand or the good bacteria that's built up in the sand bed that I want to keep. So as you can see, I've already done this side. I'm only going to do this one side this week, because I'm also going to add fresh sand, new sand, to that corner. As you can see here, all you do is you grab a net full of sand and you pick up the rocks and you just kind of siphon the sand back to the sand bed right in the same spot. It's a wonderful little trick to use. You're not wasting sand. You are just literally removing dead shells and buildup, which is great for your tank. But the main reason why I'm doing it is because I have wrasses in this tank, and as we know, the wrasses sleep or hide in the sand bed at night or when they're frightened. So with that being said, you kind of want to have a soft sand bed for them at all times, so they don't feel like they can't hide and get away at a moment's notice. You also don't want them to damage their skin or their eyes trying to burrow into the sand when it's so coarse. So this is one thing that I do every few months or so, or when it's needed, depending on how much buildup is there. You have to be very careful not to siphon or pick up your live snails or any livestock when you're doing this process. So just pay attention to what you're doing. But as you can see, this works like a charm. This is your boy Bronx Reefer Brock's pro tip maintenance on a Sunday. Have a good one, y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.